Hey, did you know that your HUD settings are off? We wanted to make sure you knew, even though you just turned it off. We wanted to make sure that every time you came out of your inventory, there was an alert, just so you were sure that you knew. Nah.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Veritas, and welcome back to Destiny. Now, today is Friday, Zer Day. Zer is in the Reef. You want to head to the Vestian Outpost in the Reef to find Zer. He's over here in the corner by this door. So, let's see what he's got today. Garbage. He's got garbage. Don't even bother with him. Fuck it. We're not doing this. Video's over.
Hey, did you know that my HUD is disabled? Hey, did you know that my HUD is disabled? Hey, did you know that my HUD is disabled?
Alright. Real talk, though. What does Zer have today? Garbage. Actually, it is just fucking pure garbage. I would not waste your anything on anything this week. Unless you absolutely wanted something that he's selling right now, it's all garbage. The rolls on these are trash in terms of their stats. This one apparently is like 95% of the maximum possible roll. I don't know how to read the fucking armory. Last week I tried to be helpful. I ended up being blatantly wrong. It's a very confusing thing to read. So I guess just fuck it. This chess piece is garbage. It looks like garbage. No one likes this chess piece. No one uses this chess piece. There's better chess pieces out there, so it doesn't change with the shaders. It's fucking garbage. Don't buy it. These gauntlets, I'll just go over what they do. So, in year one, these were better. Now they're garbage. So, no backup plans look pretty neat on a Titan. Shotgun kills trigger force barrier, and force barrier's duration is increased. So, essentially, when you have your melee charge and you get a kill with a shotgun, this causes your melee override to give you a little mini overshield, which is neat. But there are better gauntlets, better exotics for the Titan, so this is basically not worth it. The ATS-8 Arachnid lets your golden gun last longer, and aiming down sights with it zooms it into a further distance. It actually is zoomed pretty well. It does zoom a lot, actually, but like I said, there are better exotics, and this is just kind of a throwaway. There are much better exotics than this, so don't bother buying it. The Starfire Protocol, you gain an extra fusion grenade charge, so you don't have to buy the Gift of the Sun perk. You don't have to use the Gift of the Sun perk on your Sunsinger build. You can just put this on, boom, you have an extra fusion grenade. As long as you have fusion grenades selected, that lets you use something else. But fusion grenades are kind of useless outside the Crucible, and if you're in the Crucible, there are better exotics to use than this one. So like I said, again, if you don't need any of these and you didn't want one just because you don't have it for your collection, I wouldn't buy any of it. And then Bad Juju. Bad Juju is an interesting scout rifle. I say scout rifle because it uses a scout rifle base, but it's a pulse rifle. It's a full auto pulse rifle. It's got hip fire, string of curses, and then of course armor piercing rounds send it in perfect balance. Would I buy this? No. I don't like the Bad Juju at all, actually. I think it's an awful gun, personally. From a utilitarian or just a useful perspective, it's a neat looking gun. It's pretty fun to use. But overall, there are better pulse rifles. There are better guns in general. If you're looking for a gun that does what this one does, which is, after each kill, this weapon will reload instantly and increase damage for a short time. Kills will help recharge your super. If you're looking for a gun that recharges super, I would personally use the Zalo Supercell, but he's not selling it right now. Also, the Zalo Supercell is an arc primary weapon. It's the only one in year 2 that has arc in the primary slot. An element in the primary slot, Bungie's devs said that they wanted to get rid of the primary weapons having elements, and so this is a kinetic pulse rifle that has your super recharge. And why that's important is that elemental weapons do reduce damage to shields that are opposite its element, and increased damage to shields that are its element. Kinetic weapons do base damage to everything. So if you shoot something with a kinetic weapon, and, say it does 100 damage, if you shoot it with an arc weapon and it has an arc shield, it's going to do like 125. If you shoot it with an arc weapon and it has like a solar shield, it's going to do like 75. Something along those lines. Rough numbers, not exact, not even, close to being exact, but that's kind of what happens. So this is an arc weapon. It will do good against everything, jack of all trades type deal, whereas the Zalo Supercell will melt arc shields, but be kind of more useless against solar and void shields. Anyway, so this is okay. The String of Curses perk is kind of neat, but you need to be able to get kills with it for it to even work. So unless you're fighting a bunch of Thrall, a bunch of low-leveled stuff, a bunch of, things like that, you're not going to really run into using String of Curses that often, especially if you're fighting, like, Captains, Vandals, anything over like the level 1 enemies, pretty much you're not gonna run it. Like bosses, you're never gonna get String of Curses to pop. So it's kind of like it's more of like a run around and patrol. I guess it's you know, even in strikes maybe, but if someone was using the bad juju, I would be like, fuck this, I'm leaving, because they're useless. You know, you can't make a bad gun good in that sense. But never hip fire with it. Hip firing with this thing is ridiculous. So this is a wasted perk. This never procs unless you're killing trash mobs. Armor piercing rounds are okay for this. Send It's okay for this, and Perfect Balance is okay for this. I think I used Perfect Balance on mine. I'm not exactly sure. The last time I used it was like last year sometime, but I don't like it. I think I used Smart Drift Control and probably Perfect Balance just to get that extra stability. You might want to use Send It to increase the critical hitbox on enemies. That way your String of Curses is more useful. Now, this is after each kill, mind you, not after precision kills. So you can't just get fucking body shots with this. It's fine. But like I said, there are better alternatives to that. So if you want it because you didn't have it, go ahead and grab it. You might like it. Who knows? As always, he has a legacy engram that will decrypt into a year 1 gauntlet. So if you're hoping for a year 2 item from this, don't. He also has the plasma drive, the stealth drive, and the heavy ammo synthesis, and the 3 of coins, and the glass needles. This will turn a select rare sparrow into a legendary with a blue trail. Same with this with a red trail. These can be used while in combat to refill your heavy ammunition completely and have a 5-minute cooldown on any synth. The 3 of coins allows you to get exotic engrams from ultras and from crucible matches. Use one. If you don't get one on your next ultra kill or crucible match win, use another. The percentage will stack invisibly until you get one to drop, and then the percentage goes back to 0. Do not use 5 of these at once. That's a waste of time. Glass needles allow you to twist fate on exotic armors, such as the Starfire Protocol. If you were to buy it, you can twist the fate, which changes every single perk on here. Be sure to check Bungie's Armory on Bungie.net. Just go to Bungie.net, go over the Destiny tab, and click Armory to see what the possible stat rolls and perks are on that, so you're not wasting your time trying to get something that doesn't exist. You can do that as many times as you want. It will change up your stats, perks, everything about this thing will change. It just stays in Starfire Protocol. Things like that. Those cost strange coins, motes, and exotic shards, which are pretty hard to come by, so don't waste your money on this unless you absolutely fucking have to. And as always, he has a coin to mote exchange, which is trashed here, but regardless. So anyway, that's where he is. He's over here in this corner, doing his Zerg thing. This is a throwaway week. I honestly wouldn't buy anything from him. I'm probably only going to get like heavy ammo synth and maybe some 3-up coins, but other than that, I'm not going to get anything from him at all. That fucking can't see my HUD. That is a New Monarchy shader. Amalthea? Is it Amalthea? Amalthea. Look how smart I am. I spend too much time playing this game. I know my HUD's disabled. Thank you, game. Anyway, that's it for me. I wouldn't buy anything from him. Recommendations? Nothing. Save your coins for a better week. Those are my honest recommendations. Actually save your coins for a better week. He has nothing unless you were absolutely looking for something to buy from him. Buy nothing from him. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, I much appreciate it. If you leave a dislike, my heart will hurt, so please don't hurt me. And things like that. So thank you guys again, and until the next video. Why is that one blue? Fuck it. Probably has nothing to do with anything. Yellow, red, black. Fucking printer colors. Have a nice day, everyone.